Welcome to Review Nation and welcome to another episode of The Think Tank. Last episode was all about Kiss disrespecting Iron Maiden.
Put your arms through the t-shirt. Just put the t-shirt on backwards. You don't have to take it off.
When Kiss said to the interview to take off your Iron Maiden t-shirt. On today's episode, we are doing something a little bit different. We are talking about the current pandemic. At the moment, this is basically the only video I'll be discussing about the pandemic or what is occurring across the world at the moment. It's all due to this little fucker. This virus has spread right across the world. I think Australia's got close to 800 cases as of the 20th of March. There's a lot of festivals, a lot of concerts that have been cancelled. And this virus has caused huge problem, especially for bands, for concerts, for festivals. At this particular moment on the 20th of March, I should have gone to the Download Festival, and this is the reason why I made another episode of the Think Tank. This virus is cancelling everything, and this is hitting the music industry very hard. You got bands that are struggling at the moment, trying to meet ends meet. You got bands that are stranded in other countries, trying to get back home, but they can't because of the border restrictions. Chaotic mess, it really is. Maybe the virus isn't the pandemic, maybe humans are the pandemic. And you know what the cause of this panic is? It is the media. The media causes this panic. I don't care what anyone says. They cause this panic, especially in Australia, where you got the media just feeding you non-stop stories of this virus and how we're all going to die. Well, guess what? I am a very positive person. A lot of people are going to die from this particular pandemic. A lot of us are going to survive. And a lot of us will get back to our normal lives. You can't ignore the fact what is happening across the world right now. But if you look at the positive side, we as humans need to come together, not tear each other apart like we're doing at the fucking supermarkets, hoarding toilet paper or stripping food off the shelves. That has to stop as well. Rant aside about this particular pandemic, we're talking about the bands themselves. Many bands are struggling at the moment. They really are. Just because they're cancelling concerts. Download Festival Australia was cancelled. And so many bands like Lacuna Coil, Testament, even My Chemical Romance, even In Flames couldn't come. Download Australia cancelled this particular festival because the headliner, My Chemical Romance, couldn't come. At the same time, Download Australia cancelled this festival. The government said that you can no longer have more than 500 people in an outdoor event. And that is very simple because more people can be affected, especially with so many people around. And now we talk about this social distancing. We have to be 4.5 meters away from each other. Sure, it is very hard, but you know what? I think we all have to learn how to social distance. And this is why concerts and festivals are no longer anymore. And it's very sad. And once this pandemic is over, I sure hope concerts and festivals come back. It is a very dark time at the moment, it really is, but we can pull through. Let's not tear each other apart. Let's come together as humanity. Let's follow the rules and regulations that the government has provided us to become safe. There are a lot of rumors about this virus, so deadly. We've seen the terrible things that are happening across the world right now, and how many people are dying, how the death rate's like 15% if you're actually an elderly, and it's terrifying. People are self-isolating themselves, people have no choice to be quarantined. We're lucky for here in Australia, we're still allowed to do our everyday stuff. That's if you can actually get food in this joint, since people are traveling over 300 kilometers and stripping food off shelves in supermarkets. Just attacking country towns like the town I live in and just stripping food off their shelves, which is fucking pathetic. It really is. We're not going to run out of food, people. We aren't going to run out of food. There's no point in hoarding. There's no point in stripping products off shelves like this. This is ridiculous. In Australia as well, there's actually security handing out toilet paper now. It's just beyond ridiculous. It really is. And this has to stop. This is a crazy think tank. It really is. Because I've just going all over the place, but you know what? The think tank is basically just me ranting, and I want to hear your opinion as well. I want to hear your opinion of how ridiculous some people are acting throughout this pandemic. The music industry is really struggling at the moment, and they really need your help. Got a bit of money, definitely support your bands, buy their merch or something like that to really lift their spirits up maybe. Bands are trapped within other countries. We don't want bands to be trapped within other countries. Surely providing a little bit of profit for them will help them power through this pandemic. Indeed, a lot of concerts, a lot of festivals have been cancelled. All of us have been affected by this. All of us have been affected. All we have to do is power through this pandemic. You know what? Download Festival is cancelled. So I was supposed to go to the Dream Theater concert as well in April. And Iron Maiden's been postponed for God knows. We don't know when this pandemic will end. I got a feeling that this pandemic is going to go on for quite a long time, especially in Australia where we are moving on to winter and viruses thrive throughout winter. Already we're seeing bugs, we're seeing colds come in. So you've got bugs and colds that weaken your immune system, and then you've got the coronavirus coming into you. You're pretty much fucked. It's not just the elderly as well. It's also the younglings. It's also people my age. It is absolutely brutal. Some people say it's fake. You got rocks in your head as you think this coronavirus is fake. A tragedy of what is happening around the world right now. And I really wish you the best of luck on powering through this virus. This video will be the only time I will mention this pandemic because I don't want to mention it ever again. The reason why I created this channel was for you to escape reality. Escape reality for a few minutes. Unfortunately, within this particular event, you can't escape this. You can't escape what is happening in the world right now. Let's face the facts. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to die from this virus. And this is only the beginning. Everyone needs to work together and not go against each other. Work together to find this cure and not compete with each other. I'm 95% sure I'm not going to England in June, and I have wasted thousands and thousands of dollars, unfortunately. They say Download UK is still running, and I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it because UK at the moment is in a mess. I'll be straight and narrow with you. This pandemic isn't going to end for a very long time. And for the music industry, like record labels and even ticket companies and even arenas are going to really struggle. And I believe that the government maybe should support the music side of things, because after all, music brings us all together. No matter if it's metal, no matter if it's pop, no matter if it's reggae, it's still music. Music is the universal language, and without music, I feel you got nothing. So listen to your favorite metal album as you power through this pandemic. I know a lot of bands are actually live streaming concerts without any audience. You know what? So many other sports have done it. The AFL has done it without any spectators. I believe the WWE has done it as well, and they're actually going to have a WrestleMania at the Performance Center. Without any crowd. Sport companies are powering through this pandemic. The music industry should power through this pandemic as well, and us humans can work together to find a solution on how to kill this particular coronavirus. Surely it enters a cell and creates its own RNA, and then you're pretty much fucked, especially if you're an elderly. So yeah, that was another episode of the Think Tank. I hope you did enjoy it. This was really all over the place, but you know what? The Think Tank is basically me thinking out loud. And although this may be a little bit disjointed, this video, I want to hear your comments, what you think about this pandemic. Rant! Just rant about things. This series is all about ranting. So just rant about things, maybe rant about what food you hate, rant about what you don't like about this world, rant about why you hate humanity, or rant about climate change. I don't give a fuck. Just keep the discussion going in the comment section below. Subscribe if you want, and I will see you in the next one.